Hey everybody, it's Flatbread Friday, and I had some meatballs in my freezer, so I took them out, cooked them up, and I also had some crescent roll dough that I bought a little while ago, and it's going to expire soon, so I wanted to use it up. So I was going to make a meatball and onion crescent roll dough pizza, but because it's the holiday season and there's a lot of entertainment going on, I'm going to make a meatball and onion crescent roll ring. And it's cut up into appetizer sizes and dipped in extra tomato sauce. So let's do it. We're gonna start by making our crescent roll ring filling. We're gonna put a little bit of olive oil in a skillet over medium heat. And when that gets heated up, we're gonna add in some chopped red onion. Our oil is heating up nicely, and in comes our onion. This is a small, about half of a small red onion. Stir that around. Looks like I might have added too much oil, but you'll see. We're going to season it with some salt and pepper. Some dried basil. Some dried oregano. Some garlic powder. And a little sprinkle of crushed red pepper flake. Give it a little something something. Okay, let's incorporate those seasonings into our onions. I'm going to reduce the heat a little bit because I'm mostly just interested in softening these up. Here are our cooked Italian meatballs. And while our onions are softening up, we're going to cut them in half. I'm going to keep going until they're all done. Here are our halved meatballs, and our onions are softening up, but they're not quite done yet. So we'll get on with it. Onions are softened up. The seasonings are making them look brown. And now it's time for the next step. It's time to add some pizza sauce that I made with some of my garden tomatoes. And that is going in. Whoa. I guess I didn't reduce the heat enough. Put it down some more. Okay, the onions are all stirred into the sauce. I'm going to let that heat up a little bit. It smells pretty good. Our sauce is warmed up. And to thicken it up, I'm going to add some shredded mozzarella. And that way it won't be too hard to assemble our crescent roll ring, and it'll be nice and cheesy. We're going to wait for this cheese to melt and become part of our sauce. Our cheese is all melted in. Our sauce is thick. And now we're going to take it off the heat and add the meatballs into it and let it cool down so we can assemble our roll. In goes our meatballs. Into our cheesy pizza sauce. And we're going to coat them up. But I bet it's going to taste real good. Because the crescent roll dough that you buy at BJ's is just a sheet. It's not cut into triangles like most crescent roll doughs are. So we're gonna cut it into pieces, not triangles, but rectangles. We're gonna start, I want to go down the middle, I think I do. Start going the long way. And then we're gonna go for the sideway and come out with 8 squares And we're gonna use another roll of the crescent roll dough too. And we're gonna lay them out on a pizza pan that's covered with parchment. I don't have any parchment today that fits this pan, but that'll work. And we're still waiting for our meatballs and sauce to cool down, so we'll get her done eventually. I'm gonna serve the additional tomato sauce in a bowl this size, so that's gonna fit in the middle when we serve it. So we're gonna lay our crescent roll dough sheets around this bowl. Overlap the tops. And I think I mentioned before that we're going to use a second roll of crescent roll dough. We're going to start by sprinkling a little extra mozzarella around the edge, the inside edge. Okay, that'll be good. Get that out the middle. Now it's time to put down our meatball halves. All the way around the inside. I want to save as much sauce in this pan as I can to serve it up with. Okay, we're gonna roll up our dough now. And you wanna tuck it into the bottom. Come on, you gotta stretch, baby. Okay, we're gonna keep going until we're all wrapped up. Our meatball pizza ring is done. We're gonna make sure that the bottoms are tucked in all the way around to keep things from leaking out. And you need to be pinched. You need to be pinched too. Okay, feeling good. All the way under. The oven is preheating to 375, and now we're gonna finish it up before we bake it. We're gonna brush our meatball pizza crescent roll ring with some melted butter. Our meatball crescent ring is buttered up. Here comes the last step before baking. I have some finely grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to sprinkle that on. Give it a little extra cheesiness. And I've mixed in some other sauce with our thickened sauce that had the meatballs in it. And that's gonna work. Buttered and cheesed, and now we're going in the oven. It's probably gonna take about 20 minutes. Our meatball pizza crescent roll ring is out of the oven, browned up, baked up, smelling amazing. We gotta let it rest for a few minutes, and then we're gonna slice it and serve it up. Here's our meatball pizza crescent roll ring on a plate. And now we're gonna add our bowl of tomato sauce. And we're gonna just do a slice or two, or probably just one, because we're gonna take a bite. And we'll slice the rest up later. So in we go. Here's what we look like on the inside. Our meatball. Now we're gonna take a bite. Whoops, I spilled some of my sauce. Thank you for joining me for this week's edition of Flatbread Friday, a holiday entertainment edition of Flatbread Friday. Here's our slice of meatball pizza crescent roll ring, and now we're going in. That was quite a good idea. Came out so yummy. Here's the bitten piece. We had another meatball in here, down here, one up here. And thank you for joining me. And thank you for, have a happy Flatbread Friday and a very happy holiday season. See you again soon.